Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday. Hope that you're all doing well. I am going to start off our video today answering some of the questions that you submitted on your introduction form. If you haven't submitted that yet, it is linked in yesterday's announcement, and you're welcome to still submit it. And I will answer more questions next time. So the first one is, will we ever work with the Acting One teachers to do a play or something? We have done that in the past. They did like a really short kind of Romeo and Juliet type of thing. I don't know for sure if we'll be able to make that work timing wise this year, but it was really fun for the acting class to do that. My favorite book, that is really hard for me to pick. Gosh, I don't know. I have so many. I feel like it changes all the time. One book that I really, really love is by an author who's from Kansas City, and his name is Adib Khorram. The book is called Darius the Great is Not Okay, and it's actually one of the books that we have as part of our lit circles that we do for English 1 at the end of the year. We don't usually do it for pre-AP English 1, but we'll kind of see how this year goes. But we do have it, I think, in the library also. It's so good. It's about this boy, and he's a teenager, and he is half Iranian and half American, and he is struggling kind of with depression, and his dad has that as well. And so it's kind of like his mental health journey, but then also just sort of like his journey to kind of understanding more about himself, because he and his family go back to Iran, and he meets his grandparents in person for the first time ever. And it's so good. I cannot recommend it highly enough. And it's really awesome because the author is right here in Kansas City. I actually just watched a book talk with him because his new book, Darius the Great Deserves Better, just came out yesterday. I just got it. Oh, it's just out of reach, but I just got it. It just came in the mail. So anyway, I'll say that's my favorite book for right now. It's excellent. My favorite band, that's also kind of a hard one, but probably Glass Animals. They're an alternative kind of electro rock pop kind of funky thing. They're awesome. I've seen them live probably 4 or 5 times, and they just came out with a new album. So that's probably my favorite band. This person asked, is our class complicated? Um, it's a little. I mean, you do have to really analyze the literature and really think deeply about it. But I think that we also kind of help you and guide you. It's like an introduction still. So I'm definitely here to help you in any way that I can. How long have I been a teacher? This is my 5th year at Belton, so 5 years. Who is my favorite author? My favorite author, this is so dorky, is Willa Cather. She's an author from Nebraska, where I'm from. And she wrote in like the 1900s ish. And she wrote a lot about the immigrant experience in Nebraska, sort of during like the homesteading times, and when people were just kind of starting to settle in Nebraska. Yeah, I don't know. My favorite book by her is called My Antonia. It's so good. I named my daughter after her, so she's probably my favorite author. Do I like dogs or cats? I like both. We have a dog. He's, I'd say probably about 90 pounds. He's a Rottweiler Shepherd mix, and we adopted him in March. His name's Dougie. We love him. And then I have a cat named Bodie, and he's about 7 or 8. So I like both. What's your favorite color? Yellow. What do you like to do for fun with your kids? We got them like a inflatable pool this summer, and it's really fun to just kind of hang out and splash around with them in there. That's pretty fun. What kind of music do you enjoy? I kind of already answered this one. I like kind of like Well, all over the place. I mean, I like some hip hop and I like some, rock and I like some like alternative, but mostly I'd say kind of like alternative music and electronic music are probably like my top two ones that I like, but I do like almost everything. What kind of grades did I get in school? I was very academically focused in school, so I got all A's in high school except for one B plus in geometry, and I will forever be mad at that teacher for my imperfect GPA. Are we going to get a lot of work? Pre-AP is definitely a lot more work than regular English, but it's not an impossible amount of work. You just have to, put your mind to it. Okay, that's all of them. So if you haven't already done that introduction form, you can still do it. It's on the announcement from Tuesday, and I will be happy to answer more questions. It's been really fun reading through those. I've gotten like some show suggestions of different stuff that I should start watching, and I'm excited to look into some of that. So that's awesome. Okay, so back to what we're going to do for today. So I think that I mentioned on Tuesday that our class structure, as far as kind of bell work goes, on weeks when we have class on Tuesday, Thursday, we're going to be using a program called Quill to work on our grammar. So today you're going to take a pretest for that so that it can place you. And the instructions for it are right here. So to access our Quill course, you'll click here and you'll register for an account. Just use your student Gmail. Once your account is created, then you'll click on our class and you'll see the starter diagnostic assignment and you can go ahead and work on it. It's 25 questions about writing sentences. You might know all of them. It might be some things you haven't learned yet. Just do your best because that will help us to focus the lessons that we need to assign for you. And it'll probably take about 15 minutes. I'm going to show you what it looks like. I have a tab pulled up here where I'm a test student in this class. So once you get logged in, I'll go back. It'll look like this. You'll see your pre-AP English 1. And then it should show up right here under to-do activities. And then you see the starter diagnostic. So you go ahead and click start. And again, it might be things that you don't know. Just answer, as best you can. So basically, you will choose. So we arrived blank school before the bell rang. So you'll choose the right answer, and you do have to type it in. So whatever you want to put in as your answer, you put in, and then you hit submit, and you go through the 25 questions. So that is the first thing that we will do today. Then I just wanted to remind you that if you haven't already turned in, or not turned in, but if you haven't already posted on Flipgrid with your video about yourself, make sure that you post that and make sure that you comment on at least 2 people's videos. The comments, they are video comments, but and I know some people don't like to be on screen. It's been weird for me to have to adjust to doing it. Even now since we've been doing the virtual learning since last spring. But one thing that I've had some people do is just tilt your camera up so that your face doesn't have to be on the screen. Or in Flipgrid, you can put emojis over your face or something like that. So, if that makes you feel more comfortable, then that's totally fine. And I encourage you to do that. But do make a couple of comments. And maybe try to pick somebody that you don't know or somebody that maybe you think is an in-person student, because I do want you guys to feel like you're part of the class because you are. So everybody in person and virtual is posting in that same Flipgrid. So once you have done that, then we have the letter to teacher assignment. Some of you might have already gotten started on that, but again, if you didn't finish it, or if you didn't start it, then you can go ahead and do that. There are video instructions on how to complete that assignment. They are linked right here on the assignment itself. It's very slowly loading here. But I promise there are video instructions, so I'm not going to take a bunch of time explaining how this assignment will work because you can watch those separately. Oh my goodness, the slowest internet. It's right here. There's your video instructions. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is go over the syllabus, and most of this is stuff that we've already gone over, so I am just going to very quickly just touch on a few things that we might not have covered last class. So let me get that pulled up. Hang on just a second. Okay, so as a reminder, this syllabus is posted on your homepage on Canvas. I'm not going to read through everything because you guys can read, especially like the course description. But I do have the text and everything that we read, subject to change. So just be aware that some of these things, it's possible, could still change just depending on. Okay, sorry, this video just got wonky because I realized that I had the wrong syllabus pulled up, but that's fine. Okay, here we go. So your units are here, and then your supplies. So for you guys virtually, you want your computer and your charger, and then just have a positive attitude. Things are gonna go wrong, right? Like I just pulled up the wrong syllabus. So stuff will go wrong, but it's okay. We'll get through it. And just, communicate with me and we can work together. Grading policy, pretty much grades will be updated on SIS each week on Monday by 7 a.m. Late work policies are here. Again, I'm not going to read through them all because I know that you are all capable of reading them. But just basically anything you have to get your missing assignments turned in within the unit that we're in. So if we're in Unit 1, you have to get all of your Unit 1 missing work turned in before the end of Unit 1, if that makes sense. Once we've moved on to Unit 2, then Unit 1 is no longer available. Academic honesty is really important. We had, unfortunately, some pretty big issues last year in our pre-AP class with plagiarism. So just be aware that assignments need to be completed and turned in independently. It will be abundantly clear to you if it's a group assignment or not. And just make sure that if it's not, that you're working on your own. We had several students last year go and find an essay online and try to submit it as their own compare and contrast essay. Those people got a 0 on a 50-point essay, and you don't want that to happen. So just make sure that you're doing your own work. Cell phone and classroom policies, feel free to read through these, but they, kind of apply a little bit more for in-person students, as well as the daily protocols. I do want to draw your attention down here to standards for written work. You do need to use correct capitalization and end punctuation on all assignments, including journals. So if you aren't capitalizing and using end punctuation like periods, then I'm not going to grade your work because it's a kindergarten level skill to capitalize correctly. And you are all not only ninth graders, but you were in an accelerated class. So you should definitely be properly capitalizing and punctuating your sentences at the very least. I will send it back to you and ask you to fix it and turn it back in. We'll be using MLA format on writing assignments. This will be taught in class, so it's nothing that you need to worry about right now. We'll go over it plenty before you have to do this on your own. Okay, back to our assignments. So after you have read through the syllabus, and feel free to read through it more, because I know I just kind of breezed through it, you will fill out this acknowledgement form. You basically just write your name and your full name, and that just states that you have read and you understand the policies in the syllabus. And I know it says English 1, but that applies for pre-AP English 1 too. Okay, after you've done that, then you're going to watch this video. It will be posted here. I don't have it posted yet, on Schaefer method, which is the paragraph structure that we're going to be using. And then we have an assignment over, you're going to be making a personal mantra. And again, I have a video linked to this assignment explaining how to do this. And I also have my own personal example linked here. If you have questions, I will also put the Zoom link down here for you to call in. You can also email me, shoot me a message on Canvas, send me a Google chat, whatever you need to do. Feel free to get in touch however you need to, and I will be happy to help. Have a wonderful Thursday, and I will talk to you all next Monday. Have a good weekend.